Hello, strong people. Week 11, day 1 of prep for Strongman Corporation Nationals. Today, 2 sessions left until Nationals. Nothing really crazy on either day, obviously, being a week out, less than a week out. But I've already done my warm-up for log. We got 3 sets of 8 from the rack at 200 pounds. So just keeping the movement down, keeping it feeling fresh. Then I think some light rows and maybe some other moving stuff to keep the fitness up a little bit in this last week. I know I can get a little bit complacent the last 2 weeks of training because I'm not lifting a whole lot. Like, I am still doing it, but not to the degree I was, when I was 3-4 weeks out. So I definitely need to I like to walk. Walking does more than you realize. So that's really how I'm going to spend my next couple of days. If I'm not in here, I'm going to be mostly walking, keeping the blood moving, keeping the metabolism up because I'm going to be eating a lot of food and just staying moving. I don't like to sit around. In other news, I made a couple fatal errors today in terms of clothing. I'm wearing a grout fit, which I think that's what that's called. My shoes are a little bit wet from Saturday still, which I had anticipated. That was kind of a worry. And then I realized my underwear was on inside out this morning. I didn't flip them back the right way. I feel like I was already committed at that point. So we just kind of rolled with it since then. That might be too much information, but I'm going to keep it in the video just because I think it's kind of funny. All right. Let's just do some log. That's what we're here to do. That's what you're here to see, probably. Let's get to it. All right. I know you guys didn't see anything else after that last little check-in and after log, but that's because there was only 2 sets of 12 really light wide grip rows. Not the most exciting stuff. So that's okay though. It's just how it is this week of. I'll get some other videos out probably though. I'm definitely going to do like an equipment run through. I have a checklist that I always take with me of everything that I'll need, everything I could need, because you never know. Events could change last second, which I'm almost thinking that stones are going to change at the last second just because there's been no updates about anything. And since I'm assuming the majority of the people watching this video probably haven't made an Atlas stone, I haven't made an Atlas stone either, but I've been around long enough to know it's hard to get them to be the exact weight you want. Because essentially you're just putting concrete into a circular mold and hoping it weighs what you need it to weigh. Obviously, there's some general rules to follow about size of molds and whatever else, adding stuff to the inside to make it heavier, putting a foam ball or something inside to make it lighter. But no matter, you can do all that and it still won't be exactly what you need it to be. At least not any way that I know of. There might be a way out there, but I don't know it. So to be able to have multiple lanes going using the same weights using regular Atlas stones. Oh, thank you. I know you blessed me. But I just had to do a beard check, make sure there's nothing in there. So it's going to be tough to get all the Atlas stones to be the exact weight they need them to be as listed, which obviously they can have some variance here and there, but the problem is then they need to have variance across every lane. Like every lane is going to have to be that same, like if it's 327 instead of 325, all the lanes are going to have that same weight. Otherwise, it's not fair. I know that 1 or 2 pounds probably won't make that big of a difference on something like that, but you know, it's the principle of everybody being exactly as fair as possible. So that's my little thing about that. I don't even know what I was talking about before that, but I'll be sure to get some videos out before. Even get some behind the scenes, maybe in the hotel, like getting food, or maybe some of the rules meeting. Because you know, if you've never been to Nats, you've never been to a Nationals rules meeting. I'll record what some of the equipment are like, because usually after rules, you can go around, touch the equipment, get a feel for it. I think those would be some nice behind the scenes videos, because I even want to see that, because I didn't record any of that last year, because I didn't really do. I mean, obviously I posted on TikTok here and there, but I didn't do full on videos. So now that I, have a reason to record and a place to store it that's not on my phone, I can put it on YouTube and share it with you guys and share it with myself if I want to check back. So I think that would be pretty cool. Something I want to do, not shove cameras in people's face or anything, but get a little bit of behind the scenes coverage. But until then, I have one more session tomorrow. I think it's like some light super light, super high box squats just to keep my legs fresh, and some other stuff maybe. And then we'll be done. Wednesday, I'll be spent walking pretty much. And then Thursday morning, Wednesday, I'll definitely come out and do my equipment run through and everything for you guys, and do some meal prepping to take with me, because I try to eat as much prepped meals as I can at Nationals. I just don't like, worrying about getting sick or whatever. But there also comes the problem of eating, the same meal 7 or 8 times in a row while you're there, and you're like, I can't do this. I got to get something else. And I've learned that's not a bad thing. Getting in the calories is probably better than just struggling through your meal and being upset and sad. Some people probably, say just suck it up and eat it anyway, and that's fine if you want to do it that way. But I think I want to switch it up a little bit and do something that I'm familiar with, but it's not my typical lunch that I would eat before. Either way, I'm just ready to get the show on the road.